and I'm running for city council. And this is actually my second run for city council. And I'm doing it because I truly believe that Staten Island needs a strong advocate, someone who's not going to back off, someone who's not beholden to special interests, someone who knows what the issues and the needs of the communities on the North Shore are. And I absolutely believe that I'm the person that has that knowledge. I have the skill set to get the job done, and I have the fortitude to fight to fight the powers that be to make sure that Staten Island, North Shore gets what we deserve. And for me, the issue has always been one of equity. It's been an issue of equity. The North Shore has not gotten what it deserves. We've had representation and we've gotten some things, but we are still woefully behind in terms of what the needs of the community are. And just for an example, you know, one of the current issues that has been in the press lately, and is again an issue of equity, is the HHC, the fact that we don't have a health and hospitals facility, we don't have a public hospital. We have an issue of access for people who are uninsured, underinsured, poor, and just the fact that the two existing hospitals are so far in debt that they are having difficulty meeting the needs of Staten Island. We went from being a borough with 5 hospitals to a borough with 2. 2 acute care hospitals with emergency room waits that average 18 hours or more. That's just one issue, and that's an issue that sort of surfaced as a result of when I ran in 2001, when they closed Bailey Seton Hospital. As most of you know, I started the coalition to save Bailey Seton Hospital, and we fought really hard to keep that hospital open. We were unsuccessful because, again, the powers to be, at that time Congressman Fasella, was not willing to look at the needs of the community, but instead saw it as an opportunity to, one, bail St. Vincent's Hospital, the flagship, not even the Staten Island Hospital, but to bail the flagship out. And it became a good deal, a land deal, which would get somebody an awful lot of money. So education on Staten Island was also an issue when I ran in 2001, and it is still. Curtis High School is over 125% over-enrolled. And students are not able to get all the services that they need, and the school is overcrowded. You know, and since Mayor Bloomberg has made cuts, there's been cuts to the arts, there's been cuts to programming, after-school programming. Programs that were helpful to students have been underfunded or actually not funded any longer. We are facing really a crisis here. We are not providing services at the level that's needed for our seniors or for our young people. Programs that stress prevention have been all cut, and very little money is put into intervention, and thereby we have a big problem in terms of what happens, the end result. When you don't do anything about prevention, you don't try to address the needs as they are, then you have a problem. And so Staten Island, again, suffers disproportionately than other boroughs. We have the biggest health care crisis in terms of asthma, cancer, we're a cancer corridor. We have the highest alcohol rate in New York City, which no one wants to address, but yet programs for those health issues are being cut. Staten Island needs a voice. We need a strong voice, and I believe that I am that voice. And I have a history of fighting, and oftentimes I've been the lone dissenting voice. I've been the only one when I ran before, and the generator, they were going to place the generator in Rosebank. I was the only voice that said, no, this is not, a good place for the generator, and that the emission standards were higher than what the state reported they would be. I was the only voice. All of the politicians spoke in favor of the project. We wound up with the project, and lo and behold, yes, the emission standards are higher than the state admitted in the beginning, and that it turned out not to be a good placement in Rosebank for the Rosebank community. I just want to say that I believe that I'm the best person for the job. I've been working at this since I was a young woman. Not that I'm not young now, but I've been on community board for 28 years, which, as you know, deals with issues in every community on the North Shore. So I'm well versed on the issues that affect each of those communities. I've been a member of the Mental Health Society for over 10 years, which I fought really hard to get additional Project Head Start seats for the New Brighton community, because I am a proponent of education. I believe that we need, all-day universal pre-K. We need additional daycare slots so that people can go to work. We need to look at economic development on Staten Island. We need jobs. People are in need of jobs. And we have this beautiful, beautiful waterfront that has been abused and neglected. I think the waterfront should be used for businesses that are community friendly and are green businesses, so that there's no harm to the environment. I think that we should do something that's almost even thematic, or do something with the facades. I live in Arlington, and I drive down Richmond Terrace every day, and it is the biggest eyesore. It is the biggest eyesore, and people don't have access to their waterfront, and I think we should have access to our waterfront. There should be something equivalent to Chelsea Piers, where families could get together and have some sort of recreation, and also provide access. We need to make sure that the North Shore Railroad becomes a reality, because our transportation systems are woefully, underserved, the people who live on the North Shore. It would be so easy to have the North Shore Railroad come to the ferry terminal, which is the transportation hub. I also would like to see, when I attended the visioning meeting, my vision for Staten Island is to see a monorail that goes all the way around the whole coastline of Staten Island, providing access to the transportation hubs for everyone. And that another thing that I had proposed last time was a light rail across the Bayonne Bridge. I think that should be easily done. The bridge was built to have a rail line. So I think that we need to focus the resources, and we need to fight. President Obama said that he's going to work to build the infrastructure of cities, and I think with President Obama's focus being to rebuild the cities, and community, city council fighting for specific projects, I think that we could make that a reality.